Want to learn the Bertram change, the Bertram pivot change? It was initially published in one of Di Vernon's books by Louis Ganson, either Inner Card Trilogy or Ultimate Card Secrets. I can't remember which book it was published in. Sorry, I used to own them. I've sold them since. I regret that every day. But it was in the Di Vernon books back in the 60s, and phenomenal little color change. It's super cool, super visual, and yeah, here's my take on it. Let's get into it. So as you've probably gathered, it's a double, obviously. So you have a double away from the deck. And the idea is you kind of condition them into this movement, okay? So you condition them into that pivoting motion by doing that once, and that is going to cover the change. So the way you do the change, you're pivoting this bottom card, the face card, into Tenkai Palm. There's a good way to, so you're pivoting it into Tenkai Palm as you spin the card around like that. It seems very simple in theory. You got to really watch your angles though. So if you see from this angle, I'm just doing the pivot like, sorry, I messed that up. But you're doing the pivot like that, and then you're pivoting it into Tenkai Palm. It's a very simple change in concept. You really have to watch your angles though. It has a bad tendency to flash either above the hand or below the hand. So it can flash either up here if you tilt too far forward, or it can flash down here if you tilt too far down. And you want to keep your body tilted a little bit to the left. It just helps to hide that card. And I believe the way he talks about cleaning up after the effect is you pivot this card down and get the double. And it's a moment of relaxation because the card has just changed. The audience is going to be reacting. So you just, in that relaxation, you kind of pivot down, not pivot down, you relax back and align the cards. So again, you do the pivot move, then you steal the face card into Tenkai. And then after they've reacted, you kind of pivot it down. I'll show that move again once from the back. So you're in this position, you've changed the card, and this card just kind of relaxes down into alignment with the double, and then you can do a gesture of openness or something like that. But yeah, that's about all there is to it. Honestly, I don't use this move a ton, but I think it is a very cool visual move. I think it's a nice color change. The reason I don't use it, to be honest, is I'm not big on angly moves. I'm just not a fan because I've had so many situations where I've been performing for a group of people and all of a sudden I realize there's people over here watching that I didn't even realize were watching. I like most of my stuff to be bulletproof and not super angly, but it is great for on video or in the right situation where you know you can control your angles. It is a cool color change. So hope you enjoyed this, and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. I don't do a lot of tutorials, but I'm actually going to start doing more of them because I think teaching is a good way for me to actually help to learn myself. So I'm going to share a little more of my techniques, insights, ideas about magic. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this, and hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you get out there and practice the Bertram change and yeah, blow some minds with it. It's a cool visual little color change. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. Peace.